After 7 long months of battling cancer and feeling sick, Myron, how are you feeling today?
I'm cancer-free.
He's cancer-free. No scholarships, no money, no real reason to collide for 60 minutes other than they like the game of football. It's lights out on the 2018 season, and while the weather is about as ugly as the Rockies played against the Brewers in this series, oh, good. Tastes like freedom. The Broncos locker room was sad, and now the stadium crew has joined in that, attempting to wash the stink from this latest loss. Let me show you guys how this works in real time. And to do that, we first need to get a baseline with a max distance broad jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw a line with chalk as my starting point, and then I jump as far as I can. Boom. Draw a line where I am. Well, Rob, I think Broncos country was probably pinching themselves. Did Von Miller 2.0 really fall to us at the 5th overall pick? Punch it, Chewy. Here it is. Take a look. The future home of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. You can almost picture it, can't you? A big slab of synthetic field turf, 10,000 fans screaming their heads off. Actually, 20,000 for potential concerts and whatnot. I know we saw Will sort of spilling some of his emotions. How are you feeling after a loss like that? Earlier this month, you tweeted that the most underrated cookie is the iced oatmeal cookie.
Absolutely.
Now, I want you to respond to that knowing that you're wrong and that it's the pecan sandy. What do you have to say?
Okay, the pecan sandy's way too crumbly.
Welcome to the Pepsi Center, and we start our tour by a dumpster. In Game 3, some Yahoo Predators fan tossed one of their signature catfish onto the ice.
It's good to have friends. In fact, I made a new friend too.
Oh, yeah. An untold story from the state tournament, the plight of this big boy, Burton. So many tennis balls, unable to chase any of them. He's Baseball Hall of Famer John Smoltz, and he played his first ever round at the U.S. Senior Open today. And let's just say, well, things did not go so well. Chris is a serious spider collector. This one over here has one of the deadliest venoms in the entire world. But he assures me it's all very safe. They're very friendly in these nice plastic cases. Well, no, that one moved. Nope, 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 nope. Mother's Day baseball is a big deal. Pink bats, big crowds, it's a whole thing. So I'm gonna need a little help doing the Rockies highlight today. I'm bringing in the big guns. That's my mom, Pauline. Yes, hi, Mom.
Gets a strikeout to end the inning. Maybe now he'll have time for that haircut.
And my next stop was going to be out on the ice where PK Subban sucker punched Nathan McKinnon. Unfortunately, I was tasered before I could befoul the playing surface. A year ago, Palmer Ridge senior Ty Evans had his life flipped upside down when the University of Arkansas fired football coach Brett Bielema. He then chose to commit to the University of Colorado, and it happened again. I spoke with Evans today in an interview you'll only see here on KRDO News Channel 13.
The day after beating Harrison in the 3A quarterfinals, Ty Evans found out Colorado fired football coach Mike McIntyre.
It was like a punch to the gut. For a whole year, I was, I'm going to be a Buff. I'm going to Colorado. It's set in stone. Like, nothing's going to change up there. And then kind of just having my whole world flipped 180 and trying to just collect the pieces and figure out what I'm going to do from there.
Knee-deep in trying to bring a second state title to Palmer Ridge, teammates counting on him. No time to think about the future.
It was extremely frustrating. It's kind of like this extremely big life decision, and I had to put it on pause. And then, after the season's over, I had, 15 days before I signed or something like that.
So with several options and on a deadline, Evans chose NC State.
What I find at NC State is stability.
But not everyone saw it that way.
There's a lot of backlash. I think it's funny just because everybody on Twitter, everybody criticizing always says, you don't pick a school because of the coaches. As a student athlete, I'm around the coaches 75% of the time. It's like saying you can't pick a college because of what town it is.
Online eggs took to Twitter to criticize Evans' decision, like it was his fault the coach was gone.
I never asked for any of this to happen to me with either of the coaches. I didn't go in there and fire Coach Mack and fire Coach B. I'm, just a kid trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life, reacting to everything around him.
In less than a month, Evans will be heading east to a school 20 minutes away from his sister.
I'll be out there by myself because, she has her own life, but I won't be alone.
And a new perspective.
I understand, how things change and how, relationships are and, who to trust and who not to trust. In college football, the majority of people are just going to see you as a number.
Just for reference, NC State quarterbacks in the NFL right now, Phillip Rivers, Russell Wilson.
Last year, we introduced you to Myron Washburn, a Harrison Jr. battling Hodgkin's lymphoma.
There's a reason for everything in life, and there's a reason for this happening, but I know this will just make me stronger in the end.
In January, Myron walked into his doctor's office a few days before his 17th birthday.
He specifically didn't say it. I had to more ask him. He didn't want to officially say it.
After 7 long months of battling cancer and feeling sick, Myron, how are you feeling today?
I'm cancer-free.
He's cancer-free.
Coming back from something like that, you don't always think you're going to make it, and being able to have a 17th birthday was pretty cool because not everybody does that.
He's now dealing with a hyperextended elbow, but he'll be back on the field soon, to the delight of everyone at Harrison.
Oof. It brings so much more passion to the game. We realized what he went through was not easy. He overcame one of the biggest obstacles you could possibly go through. And having Myron back, now we're really a unit.
It inspires the kids that have been here, and the team, it brought us closer together, and it caused the team to care for each other more than just sports.
You know, he's such a positive young man that it rubs off on the other kids. It's the best thing in my 23 years of coaching.
Myron's positivity is infectious, but he's also trying to push this team to be better.
I think my story really gives people a reason to push, people a reason to go further and go beyond what they're capable of, or what they think they're capable of.
We'll see that influence in action starting Friday.
That's
Reporting in Colorado Springs, Nick Rothschild, KRDO News Channel 13 Sports.
Good evening, Robert. I sure did. 13,116 people, to be exact, saw a great football game for the majority of it. And look, we knew coming into this game it was going to be fun. We had 3-4 Pueblo Centennial taking on 4-3 Pueblo Central in a league game for the first time in many, many years. So playoff stakes on the line. Let's get you to the highlight. It is our Friday Night Blitz pick of the week. Now, we know how the Pueblo Central Wildcats feel about Pueblo Centennial. You see it right there on the big board. They're fighting for this thing, the old ringing bell. And it started off the Wildcats' way. After a 99-yard drive in the first quarter, Marcus Duran pops in the end zone, but the Bulldogs would answer. Devin Blue with the quarterback sneak. Bulldogs go up 8-6. Wildcats driving at the end of the half, and the ball gets picked off by Nick Montoya. So Central drive halted. Bulldogs lead 8-6 at halftime. To the second half, Montoya making a play to extend the Centennial lead. Forgive my poor shooting, but it's a touchdown pass off the dime by Devin Blue, and now they're rolling. Another Bulldog drive gets capped off on a power run by Brandon Roberts, following his blocking all the way into the end zone. And in case this game needed some icing on the cake, it's a pick by Keyshawn Telly. That bell rings red. Final score 24-12. First person to the bell is senior Buddy Nikolai, and he starts off our parade of sound.
You know, we just preach to play for each other next to you and play as a team, and that's what we did tonight. And you know, we just keep fighting and play hard.
It feels amazing just to keep it again your senior year. The whole team went together, O-line clicked tonight.
Keep grinding, keep coming. We need more people at Centennial. Come get this bell. We know we keep it here.
Well, no offense to you, but I get annoyed with these interviews because I'd rather be with my guys. So I'm proud of them. I don't know how else to say it. I'm so proud of the guys. They deserve it. They did a great job all week, and they earned this.
You know, head coach Jeff Wilkerson may not be a huge fan of the media, but what he does know is how to get his team ready to play. He said in the locker room prior to the game, no one in this town believes we're going to win this game. No one is picking us to win this game, as if we're ESPN talking heads all making picks of every high school game throughout the week. But he was right. A lot of the quote-unquote money was on Central today, especially with the dynamic Nico Martin in the backfield, but it's Buddy Nikolai and the Centennial Bulldogs that win the bell for the third year in 4 years, rather, and that bell will ring red throughout Pueblo tonight.
The great thing about sports is that it can provide a space for escape or even for healing. Nick Rothschild introduces us to an Army veteran finding peace on the baseball diamond.
Throughout 24 years in the Army, retired First Sergeant Patrick Garrett saw many things.
I love my country.
I had a couple of deployments to the combat zone.
I was fortunate enough to be in the Berlin Brigade when the Berlin Wall fell.
Now he's haunted by what he no longer sees.
We live our lives in the military to remember wins. You'll never forget the soldiers that you lost in combat. You relive some of those moments. That's what you have to deal with for the rest of your life.
Garrett lives with PTSD. He believes all veterans have some form of PTSD. Being an umpire for Little League Baseball helps bring him peace.
For me, it did help me because of the interaction and keeping your mind in a different place than where you were when you was in the combat zone.
The baseball diamond can be both playground and sanctuary for veterans with PTSD, and it's the interaction with the kids that makes this place so special.
The therapeutic phase of it is reliving those moments before they had PTSD. You know, we all have that child still in us.
That childlike energy is infectious.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Even the umpires can't help but laugh sometimes.
When I called a third strike on a kid and he turned around and he put his hands up and said, "Are you serious?" Strike 3!
Baseball represents home. It was Garrett's first love growing up in Texas. Now he hopes to help other veterans remember the good moments.
This is definitely something that I think a lot of veterans should get involved with. For me, it's been therapeutic. I have fun with them, and it keeps me clear head.
Reporting in Colorado Springs, Nick Rothschild for KRDO News Channel 13 Sports.
In the wake of the USA women's national hockey team winning gold in Pyeongchang, Nick Rothschild spoke with a local woman hoping to follow in their footsteps.
Ever since I hit the ice, it's been my favorite thing on earth.
The frozen serenity of a hockey rink is Robin Hill's sanctuary.
I felt normal. I had no issues. That was just absolutely the best.
Hill has cerebral palsy, but didn't find out until she was 17. She was misdiagnosed at birth. Forced to give up an athletic life she fell in love with, until she found sled hockey.
Seeing what they can do and being like, I can do that too, and I can be just like them and have a successful life with no issues.
5 years ago, Hill joined Team USA, beginning an amazing transformation.
My confidence in who I am and the maturity level that these ladies helped me get to where I am. I used to be so scared of everything, so nervous.
Even Captain Erica Mitchell had to find her inner confidence.
Learning to adapt and seeing that I was different than everybody was kind of a transition, but I mean, it makes you stronger in the end.
These women are here from all over the country, but they won't need a ticket to South Korea. That's because women's sled hockey is not a Paralympic sport, yet.
Okay, Erica. We're starting a movement. We're starting a women's movement.
Right now, there aren't enough national teams to support Paralympic women's sled hockey, but America's leading the charge to join the games in 4 years.
Hopefully in 2022, I'll be there on the podium with my teammates singing our national anthem.
They hope to follow the skates of some other great American women.
From the sled ladies to you ladies, congrats on your gold! USA! USA! USA!
Reporting in Colorado Springs, Nick Rothschild for KRDO News Channel 13.